Hi everyone, it's Diamond VSG. I am posting my 3-week post-op video. I'm late. Today is April 17th, 2017. I had surgery March 24th, 2017. I went back to work last week, so my schedule's been a little hectic and it's been hard to kind of do a video because, of course, I travel during the week and I'm only home during the weekend, or at least this weekend I was. So I was, and it was my birthday weekend. My birthday was yesterday. I turned 29. Well, we're going to say 25 from like this year on out. I'm 25 every year after this. But yeah, so it was a little crazy this weekend. So again, this is my 3-week post-op video. A little late, couple days late, but hey, it is what it is. My stats: I am 29 years old. I am 5'2". My surgery highest weight recorded was 230. My surgery weight was 222. My weight as of last week was 208, and my current weight is 203. So I went down 5 pounds since the last video. Altogether, that's a weight loss of 27 pounds from my highest weight and 19 pounds down from surgery weight. In the beginning, when I did my stats, I did do my ounces. I did, 2230.8 pounds. The reason I'm no longer doing ounces is because I had to buy a new scale. So I had a digital scale, and I would weigh myself in the kitchen because that's the only place that I actually have tile. And the floor was kind of slanted, so the numbers were kind of off. So I went and bought a dial scale, so you can zero the scale to actually get a more accurate reading. So therefore, with that, of course, there's no ounces on there, so I'm doing straight numbers now. So that's the reason for that, if anybody was wondering. Something I did leave out on my last video, and I said I would definitely address it in this one because it is very, very, very important. I told you guys I was lacking with my fluid intake. I was really not doing that well. I'm doing much better now because of this problem that I had between weeks 1 and 2. Between weeks 1 and 2, I was not doing good with my fluid intake. I mean, as far as water, I was drinking like my Premier Protein shakes and some Powerade here and there, stuff like that. Some soups, not really. But water was just not my friend. Excuse me, sorry. Water was just not my friend at all whatsoever. So, I kept hearing people having problems with constipation and stuff like that prior, like right after surgery, probably a couple days. I was able to move my bowels like normally, no problems for a few days. And then I noticed one day, because I tried to use the bathroom, that I was like, yo, I haven't gone in like a couple of days. So I'm like, okay, I didn't think nothing of it. Let me tell you, that was the worst experience of my life. I hope this is not TMI, but this is just something that people really need to know about. Like, seriously, constipation ain't no joke. Like, I was crying, like literally, like in tears. My mom had I couldn't even sit down and to get in the car to go to the store. My boyfriend was at work, so I couldn't ask him to get anything for me. My mother came luckily with some Miralax, and it says you're supposed to put like whatever like the cap is in 4 ounces of water. And yeah, I did that. Of course, I couldn't drink the 4 ounces at the time because again, I was still kind of between week 1 and 2, so I couldn't drink the 4 ounces. But I drank what I could and eventually was able to go. But even after taking that, I was in tears. I was in the bathroom for a while. I mean, praying to the porcelain goddess. Not this way though. You have the other way. It was just horrible. It was a horrible experience. I mean, it was just bad. It was bad. Like after that, I just wanted to lay down on my stomach and just kind of chill out for a little bit. It was horrible. So from that, I learned, start drinking your water. I told myself I'll do Miralax every day to kind of regulate myself, but I really wasn't. I've been taking this tea called Smooth Move. I haven't taken it in a while because I've been kind of okay for the last like week or so. But it's called Smooth Move, and I found it in Walmart for like $2 and some change maybe. That tea makes you go. I took it one time during the daytime. It tell you to take it before you go to sleep, but I was in the house all day, so I was like, I'll just take it. Bruh, my stomach was cramping up like something serious. It was like really bad. So when I took it, I did try it one night overnight, where I took it before I went to sleep. I woke up because I had cramping in my stomach. Went to the bathroom, it was no problem. So that is something that you can drink. Of course, it's called a Smooth Move. It does not taste that great, but it's not horrible either. I was able to get it down and use the bathroom. So that is something that I did not address, and I said that's something that people need. It's really not a joke. Constipation is not a joke. So fluids, make sure you are getting your fluids in if you've had the surgery, or even if you didn't have the surgery. I mean, because that was just horrible. So I'm sorry. Nothing with constipation. So some things I've been up to between weeks 2 and weeks 3, I was able to go to pureed foods. From pureed foods, I'm now on soft foods, which to me, I figure are like the same thing. I don't know. I guess like, you know, puree with the tuna fish, and like the ricotta bake recipes, and you know, like egg bakes and stuff like that. Actually, not even egg bakes. More or less just, yeah, like ricotta cheese and tuna fish. That's pretty much what I was eating. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, actually, before I get into that, no, actually, okay, sorry. Basically, I had some baked chicken from, or the grilled chicken from KFC, when I was just like really hungry and didn't feel like cooking, because it would have been too much time trying to thaw out the food, cook it and stuff like that. So I wanted chicken. I was like, well, you know what? Well, maybe I'll get grilled chicken and see how that settles in my stomach. I was able to eat like 1 drumstick, and I was fine. I was good. Didn't bother me or anything like that. What did bother me was I love hot sauce. As I said in one of my, I think my first video, or second video, I love spicy food. And I love hot sauce. So I put hot sauce on my chicken. Hot sauce didn't too much agree with me. I didn't really have heartburn, but the hot sauce tastes like extra hot. Like they added something like some habanero, and this is hot sauce that I eat all the time, or used to eat all the time, and it tastes like I was eating like habanero sauce. Like it was that hot in my mouth, and I'm like, yo, like what is going on? And actually, again, going back to the second video I made, I said in that video, I'm probably not going to have the Latin bean style soup because I was scared to have the heartburn or it would be too spicy, because it was already a spicy soup. Yeah, I haven't touched that soup. It's been in the garbage long gone, probably a few weeks ago. And I'm glad I did that, because again, with me just put like a little bit of hot sauce on my chicken, I was like, oh, this is not cool. So that is something that, you know, surprisingly that bothered me, and it's kind of upsetting because again, I like spicy food. Hopefully, you know, I can have some eventually and it won't bother me too much, but that was one thing. So some things that I have been eating, again, I said I made the ricotta bake, which was basically it's like ricotta cheese. It's basically like a lasagna without the meat and noodles is what I call it. So it's the ricotta cheese, you put the egg, I didn't use any meat obviously, and you use the mozzarella cheese, the Parmesan cheese, and you use the marinade tomato sauce or whatever sauce it is that you use. I season my ricotta cheese with Italian seasoning, pepper, and like garlic. And pretty much you just mix those ingredients together, including a little bit of the mozzarella. Mix it all together. I put it in a little pan, baked it. Put some cheese on the top too. Then I baked it on 350 for I think 25 minutes, and that thing tastes like heaven. I have a picture I'll add it in at the end. It was heaven, like for real, for real. I was like, oh, because that was my first real, like, to me, food besides tuna. That was like my real food. Like it tastes like something I would have ate prior to surgery. So I was in heaven. I tried to eat. It was 1 cup, and like one little, I put them in the cupcake pan. So I only took 1 of the cups out, and I wasn't really able to, I think I left like a good 4 bites left. I couldn't eat the whole cup. So I tried to wait a half an hour, went back, ate the last 4 little spoonfuls, and then I waited my half an hour and I drank water, and then I brought up what I believe was that last 4 spoonfuls. So my thing is, I did read something that said that whatever you're not able to eat in 20 minutes, discard. I know it feels like you're wasting food, but discard it. And for that, I understood why. 'Cause I actually did it twice. So that was once with the ricotta bake. Another thing that I did, which I've done before prior to getting surgery, was the egg bake. So with the egg bake, it's basically your eggs. I have like my boyfriend, I had some Jimmy Dean's. I made him breakfast too. So it was like some Jimmy Dean sausages. I put it in my electronic chopper, chopped it up really, really small. I added that in the eggs. I put some mozzarella cheese. And I think that was pretty much it. You just put it together. You pour it. Again, I use the cupcake pans because I feel that that's the easier way to kind of portion out your food. And I put it in the little, cupcake pan. Baked it on 350. Which, you know, that's like the go-to time, or go-to heats, 350 for about 25 minutes. Took it out, ate it. You know, again, mozzarella cheese on the top of it as well. I use the part skim milk mozzarella cheese, so hopefully that's like less calories, I guess. But it doesn't taste bad. So I did that, and I did the same thing. Actually, I bought a scale from Walmart too by this time. So I bought a food scale. I'll put a picture in at the end as well, just so you can kind of see what it looked like. It was like $5, like $4 and some change, so $5. I want to get in the habit of weighing what I'm eating, just so I know what I'm able to tolerate, and kind of not overeat. You know, I don't want to get to the point where I feel sick, and it's because it's really not nice. I mean, you feel like stuff is stuck in your chest. You feel like you gotta throw up, and then you're just, it's just not a good feeling, honestly. And like I said, I've had it a couple of times. So I was like, well, let me get this little scale and weigh my food. So when I made the egg bake, I have a picture of that too, so I'm gonna add a few pictures at the end of this. I put the egg bake inside of the measuring cup, which sits on top of the scale, and I think it was like 1 ounce. And again, I ate most of the cup, and then probably had about 2 bites maybe left, because you know, you gotta chew your food up really good, at least 20 times per, you know, teaspoon that you put in your mouth. You need to chew it up at least like 20 times before you swallow. So I probably say at least, like I said, 2 or 3 bites left. And then I didn't eat it. I didn't even make myself eat it. I just discarded it. But I took a picture before what it looked like, and then after, like how much was left. But that was really good. That settled well in my stomach. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I did throw a little bit of that up too. I waited the 30 minutes. I drank a little water, and once I drank the water, it wasn't all of it. It was like a little bit of it came up. So even with me weighing it, and it was 1 ounce, which is, you know, still, I think, yeah, 1 ounce. It was 1 ounce. You would think that can settle well in your stomach, but I guess, you know, it didn't. Tuna fish, as far as tuna fish, I didn't weigh because I didn't have my scale at that time. I pretty much was kind of eyeing it, or kind of just going with the feeling. I would eat some tuna fish, put the spoon down, wait a little bit, see how it felt. And then once I got to the point where I felt full, not physically like, oh, I can't breathe full, but my stomach was like, you kind of could tell, like, all right, that's enough. I put the spoon down, put the tuna fish up, and called it a day. I made a can of tuna fish. I never finished the whole thing, the whole bowl of tuna fish that I made at all. I'm sorry, 2 cans. I didn't even finish. I probably didn't even finish 1 can. So, you know, I did waste some food. But again, I'd rather it be wasted than me feeling like, you know, uncomfortable and stuff like that. I do say I have some more, you know, some subscribers. I appreciate you guys for subscribing. If you have any questions, you know, feel free to comment here. Hit me up on Instagram. If you have any suggestions, same thing, because I will definitely take some suggestions. Now, that's all the good things I've been doing. I'm sorry, looking at that paper, just trying to remind myself some things like that I wanted to talk about with this video. The next thing I wanted to talk about was my birthday yesterday. So I told myself, like, okay, it's not my birthday. I'm turning 29. Again, we're going to say 25. I was like, you know, I don't really care to do anything, especially it's Easter. So everybody's going to be with their families, or it's either everything's going to be closed, crowded, and then the people that I wanted to kind of hang out with going to be with their families. So I was like, you know, I don't care. I don't really got to do much. So my brother was like, you sure? And I'm like, well, I guess we go to the movies. We went to go see the new Fast and the Furious movie. Really good movie, by the way. Like, you should go see it. It's really, really good. But we went to go see that. We went to the dine-in theater. Now, mind you, all day, you know, I have a 6-year-old. It's Easter, so we were all, you know, I was at my brother's house with my niece, my nephew, my son. We were all hanging out. They had the little Easter egg hunt. They're running around. We all playing kickball and baseball and stuff like that. So I actually got some good, you know, physical activity there. But I didn't eat when I was there. I was just kind of just sipping on fluids. Yeah, I did take a little bite of like a Sour Patch Kid. I felt guilty afterwards. But when I say a little bite, I didn't even eat the whole little, I mean, it was like a small bite. And it didn't bother me, but I know I shouldn't have ate that. So, but it was so good. I'm sorry, I just needed that sugar. Just for that moment. I needed some energy to deal with them kids, you know? But, so yeah, we went to the movies, and it was a dine-in theater. So I said, well, it was in the mall, so our initial plan was to go there, eat something at the mall, because I was like, I could probably find some baked chicken or something, you know, something I can eat that's not bad for you, or something I can eat currently on this soft diet. So that was the plan. We get there. Of course, the movie theater is open, but the mall is closed. And the movie theater is inside of the mall, but they had it roped off. So we couldn't get to the food court because there's nothing open there. So now I'm just like, oh, well, I'm glad this is a dine-in theater. Hopefully we can find something, because he's starving. I feel like I'm kind of starving. Not really. I was hungry, though. But still, to me, it's just like, okay, I need to eat, get something in my system. So we get to the movie theaters. I'm looking through the menu. They really didn't have much, like, at all. But I saw something called crispy Brussels sprout something. So I like Brussels sprouts. I haven't really had them in a long time, but I said, okay, well, let me try this. And I think it said it had Parmesan cheese and bacon. I didn't see any bacon or taste any bacon on that stuff. But when they brought them, they were crispy, like burnt crispy, not like, you know, with a little bit of, no, they were burnt crispy on the outside, and they were cut in half. So I took some of the leaves off that were really crispy to get towards the middle, you know, took a bite. I was chewing it up really good, and again, it's only a half, and it was really, really good. Then I had a second piece, really good. After that second piece, I was finished. So technically, I only had like one Brussels sprout, if that even counts as one, because again, I took off a bunch of leaves to kind of get down to the part that wasn't burnt. And I was good. Like, it was really good. I wanted some more. I really did. But physically, I just couldn't eat it. I felt like my stomach was like, okay, that's it. Then, of course, after sitting here, we're watching a movie. It's like hours. The movie was like 2 hours, 40 minutes. I wasn't hungry, but my boyfriend, he ate. And then after a while, got popcorn. Now, listen. We went to the movies probably a couple weeks ago. I didn't want popcorn. I was cool. I was fine. I sat there and just drank my little water and called it a day. But the popcorn smells so good. I don't know. I think it's because of my birthday. I was just kind of wilding out, you know, birthday behavior. I don't know. Something. I don't know. But I ended up eating a little bit of popcorn. Probably not even a little bit. I think I had a couple of handfuls of popcorn, and it went down with no problem. I didn't bring it back up. It didn't bother me. I'm not saying that everybody could do that or everyone should do that, but me personally, it did not bother me at all. I didn't bring it back up. I enjoyed my popcorn. But I figured that was my one little vice for the day, besides that little piece of candy I ate earlier. And the crazy part is I felt guilty about it, because my nutritionist was like, you know, you shouldn't eat any carbs. But I'm going to have to have a talk about, you know, talk with her about that, because I still be cutting out carbs in the beginning, but I think I want to at least one day a week have some type of carbs. I mean, something. Because, yes, I know it takes up more space, but even if it's popcorn, I don't care. I can get the 100-calorie bag. I don't even care. I just something. But anyway, I'm gonna talk to her about that. As of right now, you can see, I'm sorry, like, I'm in a hotel again. I'm traveling for work. And I'm in Virginia, I don't know, somewhere in Virginia right now. But like I said, I wanted to get this video out and just to kind of give you an update on my 3-week post-op. And I think I kind of touched on everything. Oh, I went to the gym last week on my last business trip. I stay in hotels where they have gyms purposely so I can make myself go to the gym. I know I can't go all out right now because you have to wait at least 4 weeks before you can start lifting weights and stuff like that. So my 4 weeks will be this Friday. But I still went to the gym and I just did the elliptical. So it's still, you can still walk. So I did the walking. It's a more fast-paced walking, but I was able to do that comfortably with no problem. And I plan on this week, I'll be here today until Wednesday. Then I'll be in another hotel. And I checked and they both have gyms. So I figure every night, go to the gym. I'm always doing 30 minutes. I know it's not much, but at least it's something where I'm not just sitting here in the room, not doing anything, which I would do anyway if I wasn't going to the gym. I'll just be sitting here doing some work. I'll still get the work part done, but I won't be here just snacking and doing nothing. So that is something that I do plan on doing on the road too, just to kind of push this weight loss a little bit further. Like, hey, okay, you did 5 pounds in a week, that's cool, but my fear is that I'm eating normal foods now, that I'm going to kind of lose weight slower, which is, from what I understand, is a valid fear, should I say. Because mind you, we just went from liquids to more liquids to more liquids, and then you're on puree foods. And again, my fear is just eating the foods, getting back into, like I said, the chicken. Like, I had big chicken. When I leave here, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to go to Wegmans, I think I saw across the street, and see what they have. If they have baked chicken, I'm gonna get a baked chicken. I'm gonna get some vegetables, and it tells you in the little the booklet that my nutritionist gave you to start with your protein first. So of course I'll be going with the baked chicken, and if I can have room for some, I don't know, some vegetables, I have vegetables. But my fear is that by me being on the normal foods now, or close to being on all the normal foods, that I'm going to, again, slow this process down. I know you can't really overeat, but I don't want to get to the habit of where I'm eating a meal and then I'm like, oh, this is really good. Okay, well, I can wait like an hour, 2 hours, and then eat on it again. I think one of my coworkers said she saw a video where a lady had a regain because she had like fried chicken, I think, or something. I don't think it was baked, but it was like 12 pieces of chicken. She ate a piece of chicken and she kept coming back throughout the day to where she ended up eating all 12 pieces of chicken. And I don't want to get like that. You know, I don't want to, I guess, self-consciously or consciously keep going back and eating the food. So after I was finished with the food before, I would throw away whatever it is, or I'll put it up if my boyfriend eat it, you know, want to eat it or something like that. Being I'm on a roll, I'm probably gonna just discard it, or I'm gonna keep it in this refrigerator and I can have it for lunch tomorrow. Or, you know, just kind of keep that mind frame of, okay, this is not something that you want to keep going back to, because yes, protein is key, but you don't want to overeat on stuff that's unhealthy. I don't feel I'm gonna get anything that's unhealthy, but again, it's just my fear. I think it's psychologically, I'm like, oh, listen, you're making progress, and I don't want to slow that progress down. Does anyone else feel like that, or have felt like that? Like you're scared to kind of try new things because you just don't want to slow the process down? Like if so, let me know in the comments below. I just want to know if I'm the only one that's dealing with that fear, I guess, that mindset of, yo, if I start eating, like, am I gonna not lose weight? So let me know. Again, at the end of this video, it's really long. It's longer than I expected, so I apologize. But I'm going to add in the picture of the ricotta bake just so you can see what it looked like, the egg bake so you can see what it looked like afterwards. If I can, I'm going to put in the list of things that you could eat on the puree diet and then also on the soft food diet. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.